Hello, I'm Armstrong Williams. Thank you for joining us. There are many things that we can talk about in life. I've heard so many stories about failure, and people just cannot seem to get on track. There's just some basic things that distinguish individuals from everybody else. And I got to tell you something. I was talking to a friend of mine over the weekend who owns a huge company, and they were just talking about friendship and betrayal, man. One of the things that we forget about in this country, among our friends and communities, is the importance of trust and loyalty, man. Some people can be the most incompetent in the world. Some people can drop balls. Some people can have all kinds of issues. And you wonder, this person is not nearly as bright as I am. They certainly don't have as much on the ball as I do. Why do they continue to do well? Because you know what, sometimes, something that we forget about, sometimes people want to know that they can just trust someone and know that somebody's going to be loyal no matter what the situation is. And we don't place enough premium on trust and loyalty. I mean, you always defend your friends, you defend your employer, even when you don't agree with your employer. My parents taught me a very important lesson growing up. My parents always said, if you work for someone, even if you despise them, as long as you're taking a paycheck for them, you always remain loyal. If you get to the point where you cannot remain loyal anymore and you're going to betray their trust, then don't take their money and don't smile in their face and don't show up at their place of employment. Just leave. No matter how bad the situation is, just leave, because that's the spirit you take with you to the next place of employment or ownership. So my emphasis this morning is loyalty and trust. How can we get back to loyalty and trust? I mean, once a friend of ours get in trouble and people start criticizing them, we join in on the chorus line. One thing I believe in, I think one of the reasons why I've done so well in the marketplace, I've done so well in business, is because I am fierce to loyalty, I am fierce to trust, and I've never betrayed a friend or a colleague. I just can't do it. Even if I fall out with that person and we part ways, the trust that they had with me, the honor we had, and the loyalty we had remains forever and ever and ever to ever. And we need to get back to loyalty and trust in relationships. And you'd be stunned at how far you can end up in life and where you may end up. I'm Armstrong Williams, talking about trust and loyalty.